context.
I give you the history.
I fight fake news with facts.
Kayode. No, Kayode, I will let you talk. Kayode, I will let you talk if you let me talk. Kayode.
That's why more and more Lagosians are tuning in.
500,000 Lagosians.
720,000.
970,000.
Over 1 million Lagosians, they know that if you give me your afternoon, I will give you hard facts.
Well done, Sandra, on all you do, going beyond the headlines and focusing on the facts.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
Hello, Lagos. Good afternoon. I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts. First hard fact of the day. 65 new COVID confirmations yesterday. Lagos had 2, which is pretty impressive. But keep limiting your movement. Wear a mask whenever you are out and about or when you're around people. Give gap, keep your distance as much as possible. Wash your hands, sanitize your hands, protect yourself, protect people you care about, and get vaccinated. That's our second hard fact of the day. COVID vaccinations are still ongoing. You can get your first dose if you're in Lagos by registering on the NPHCDA website and then going to the healthcare center where you registered at to get your vaccine. If you're not in Lagos, just walk into any healthcare center and get it done. The one closest to you, of course. Now, if you've gotten your first dose, be sure to go and get your second dose because you're not fully protected until you are fully vaccinated. I have a great show for you today, starting with the big 3. Let's talk about the Building Collapse Panel not opening its meetings to the press. Then, let's talk about APC governors possibly lobbying Malami to advise the president not to sign the Electoral Act Amendment bill. And then, let's talk about police raiding an illegal merchant navy camp here in Lagos. After that, we're going to bring you League of Extraordinary Nigerians, and then we'll bring you Eyewitness. Today, there's no big hard fact. Instead, it's day 4 of the round of 16 matches in the I Beg to Differ tournament. The sharpest student debaters in Lagos are battling to win 1 million naira. 5 p.m. Don't miss it. You get to be the audience for that. You deserve it because 1 million Lagosians cannot be wrong. Now expect news, business and sports at the top of the hour every hour. Lagosa is back at 6:15. Ireti Bakara Yusuf is back at 6:30 with listed Lagosian. But let's get started with today's big 3. Like I said, I am Sandra Ezekwesili and these are your hard facts.
This is the Big 3.
The big 3
on Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Should the Ikoyi Collapse Panel meet behind closed doors? Are APC governors right about the direct primary mandate? And how has the illegal merchant navy been recruiting for 10 years? Lagos, when I saw that story, the first question I asked myself was, who is in charge in this country? But that's our final story. I can't wait to get into that one for you. But let's start with the first one. No press allowed at the meetings of the Ikoyi Building Collapse Panel. That's our first story. Now, you know that Governor Sanwo-Olu set up a 6-person panel to investigate the causes of the building collapse at Gerrard Road last week. The entire Lagos, the entire Nigeria are looking forward to knowing what the panel uncovers. But now we've been told that the press will not be allowed into the hearings day to day. Here's what Gbenga Omotosho said about that. He's a State Information Commissioner, and he said, quote, "It is a very serious session that they're having, and you can see that where they are sitting is not a very big hall. There are so many things that they want to take in camera so that people will not come there and begin to disturb them. They need full concentration. And you know that when media people are there, it is like a crowd. And they have just started the inquiry, so the panel has a duty to say how it wants to conduct its business." End quote. What do you think about this? First of all, do you agree with the logic that because they are meeting in a small hall, there's no room for the press? Or do you think that, maybe, just maybe, off the top of my head here, they could be moved to a bigger hall? What about Omotosho's point that this is a quote, very serious session. Do you agree with the implication that when there's serious government business being done, the press is a distraction? Or do you believe that that is precisely the time that the press is most needed to cover these serious sessions and let you know what is being discussed? And then there's a question of transparency. There are those who say that these sessions need to be exposed, need to be as exposed as possible, because we've already seen some alleged contradictions in the information coming out of government. The biggest example that they give is the question of the building approval. The Building Control Agency MD said that 15 stories were approved and that the developers breached that approval. But the deputy governor said that the approval was for 21. The public has been demanding clarification on this, and a lot of citizens are concerned that the truth may be covered. Does a situation like this not demand as much openness in the proceedings as possible? Do you agree with Benga Omotosho that when there's a serious government business thing happening, the press is a distraction? Or do you think that this is precisely the time that the press is most needed? What do you think of the logic about the hall being small and therefore there's no room for the press? 0700 993 993. If you're a man, call that number. If you're a woman, call us on 01465 7190. 01465 7190. 0700 993 993 993. What do you think, Lagos? We've got WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080 959 75805. We've got Facebook, who are streaming live. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. Malik is in Ikorodu. He's our first caller. Hi, Malik.
Sandra, wonder shall never end.
Okay.
You can see why we always carry the rumor from the peoples in Nigeria, from the citizen. When the government try to hide things, what do you expect on the street? I could tell that they blocked that building because there was no information coming out from the press. The government is hiding every information. First of all, 15. Secondly, na 21. Thirdly, na 45. Who will believe? And Sandra, you can see how the government make us believe that we cannot trust them. Sandra, we've said it before. Lekki Garden building collapse. How many years now? What was the information? What did they find out? Sandra, Bellevue Airline crashed till date, almost 10 years. Nothing came out of it. So, nothing came out of it. Are you there for people to spare room more? You can remember the time they said, you can remember that happened yesterday, Third Mainland Bridge about to collapse. You remember, right?
I remember, yeah.
The commissioner of works and whatever said he drove on the bridge. He drove on the bridge. So there's no place that is shaking. Is that what the commissioner of works supposed to tell us? At least the people could see your engineers, Lagos State Minister of Works. The people could say, oh, they're even checking, there's nothing wrong with it, though. But he said he drove on it. When will the government start to tell people the truth? When? The hall is small. But you could do a hall meeting. You could say 3,500 voted for one candidate. At the end of the day, you have 53,000 votes. From where did it come from? You could see how we don't deceive ourselves in Nigeria. Who are we going to blame, Sandra? Hello?
I'm listening. I'm just
I know you're laughing. Problem. We'll go catch them one day. Thank you.
Malik, thanks for calling. Sade is in Ikeja. Hi, Sade.
Hi, Sandra. How you doing?
I'm very well.
So, you would think that these people read the body language. So they already know there's like discrepancies and people are already speculating and like it's a high-powered person that is running behind this thing. I would expect at the very least, and people are already saying, the panel is handpicked. I mean, I'm sure they're hearing all these speculations. And what's the best thing to do? Isn't it to allay the speculations to the people and open up to the press? But no, we decided to go the other way around, Decided to be like, we don't care what you're saying, because that's basically what they're saying. We don't care about the people. Because how are you going to say the press is going to, the room is small? And okay, can't you give 2 or 3 special press passes or something? These people never cease to amaze me. Have a good day.
Have a good day, Shade. Thanks for calling. We've got Victor in Victoria Island on the line. Hi, Victor.
Hello, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yes, from the onset, we should know what will happen. How can the governor suspend the building boss, the building controlling boss? Then the deputy governor came out to tell us that the building was approved for 21-story building. I think that man, the boss is an architect and he knows what he's doing. But the governor and deputy governor have done their business. That man just wanted to tell Nigeria that this is what I did and this is what he did. So for them to come and start giving this type of excuse, will tell you that they know what happened. So I'm just afraid for Sanwo-Olu. He has soaked so many blood in his hands. That's just it.
All right, Victor. Thanks for calling. 99.3. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon, Madam Sandra.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
I just need to ask a question. What is my name, by the way? I'm calling from Ojodu.
All right, Wally. Welcome.
Hello, ma.
Yes, welcome. Go ahead.
Yes, what came out of NSAS panel that was set up? It's exactly the same thing that we should be expecting from this panel they just set up. Thank you so much. Good afternoon.
Okay. Christopher Ikoyi is on the line. Hi, Christopher.
Yeah, President Sandra.
Good to have you on the show, sir.
I was hearing you asking me what's my name, and the screener is even asking me too. Thank you, President Sandra.
Yeah.
About the Ikoyi building, the collapse. This morning I heard in the news, government is not going to pull down the other two structures. Who expected them to do that? It's just unfortunate that those poor people that died in that place, they died for pain. I'm telling you. And it's too bad. Like the governor, it's just unfortunate that he finds himself in this type of, how do I put it now? Deputy governor will say one thing, the governor will say one thing. We'll finish the other people that died. They do the investigation. At the end, what happened? You want to stop a press from coming. How will we know what happened? How will we get the information if you don't want the press to go in there? Everything secrecy. Government secrecy. Everything secrecy. God is so merciful. Can I talk about the 5 governors?
Yeah, sure.
Good. 5 of them, I'd be out of how many governors that the ruling party have, Abi? So because of these 5 governors, then the other millions of Nigerians will catch cold. And these are people who call themselves man of integrity. I told you about politics is about the people. If these 5 governors are concerned about the people, that democracy is about the people, they will not stop this whatever they want to do. And good thing, the National Assembly said they will veto the president when that bill comes, if he refuses to sign it. Well, 2023 is just around the corner. Koniman die while man bury him. We're in for it. Thank you.
Thanks for calling, Christopher. We've got Alex in Ikeja on the line. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Sandra. How's it going?
I'm very well. Welcome.
Great. Let me just quickly touch on that direct primaries thing. Sandra, do you know that you can use your phone the way you transfer money? Do you know you can use it with the appropriate software,
Okay.
USSD code to vote direct primaries, in direct primaries. If your phone can distinguish between Access Bank and UBA and First Bank, why shouldn't we be able to vote from our house as you and I are talking using USSD code? They say it's expensive. Oh, Nigeria is going to blow up. How many people will queue up? Hey, they don't have this and this, logistics, and it's even cheaper than anything we've ever done. I think our people should sit up with technology. For me, I have a knack for technology. And I said to Wemimo earlier in the day that more than 90% of the problems that we have in this part of the world could be solved by deploying technology. But our people will not. Let me leave that. Now, on this issue of Sanwo-Olu and his men, this is another disgraceful outing of the Lagos State government. You know, the biggest threat to the Nigerian public officer is transparency. That word is like their nemesis. It scares the living daylight out of them.
I should be allowed to see what is happening. Even by now, we should. I asked you, Sandra, on one of your shows, that should we, after this is over, can the governor guarantee us that he will set up a website where even if I were in Siberia, I'll be able to see things like the certifications, the design, the profile of the professionals doing the building, and all of those things before I buy? Right?
Okay.
Why is it now that they are saying that a journalist shouldn't? To me, I don't only disagree with the motor show. I also say that he doesn't even have the right to bar civil society from participating directly. I'm not talking of them reading us their reports. I'm saying direct participation. And the media is a representative, direct representative of civil society. They should think about it again. Thanks, Sandra.
All right. Thank you very much, Alex, for calling. Benjamin is in Ikeja. Hi, Benjamin. All right, Benjamin isn't there anymore. But call back if you can. If you're just tuning into the show, our first story took us to the panel set up by Governor Sanwo-Olu to investigate the causes of the building collapse at Gerrard Road last week. Everyone's waiting to see what that panel uncovers, but the press will not be allowed into the hearings day to day. Gbenga Motosho said that. He's the State Information Commissioner, and he said that it's a very serious session. They're not sitting in a very big hall. There are so many things that they may want to take in camera, so that people will not come there and begin to disturb them. They need to be concentrating fully, and when media people are there, it's a crowd, and they've just started inquiry, so the panel has the duty to say how it wants to conduct its business, And we're asking you what you think about that. Do you agree with the logic that because they're in a small hall, there's no room for the press? Do you agree with the implication that when there's a serious government business to be done, press being there is a distraction? And what do you think this says about the transparency of this process? Does a situation like this not demand as much openness in the proceedings as possible? If you're a woman, call us on 01465-7190. 01465-7190. If you're a man, call us on 0700-993-993-993. We're streaming live on Facebook, so share your thoughts with us on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3, and on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Aigwe is on the line. She's in Festac. Hi, Aigwe. Hello.
Yeah, we are talking about the collapse building and the journalists not allowed. Other places that have been set up, like Festac, all the back of Canal, they extended it and built houses on it. The runabout, the FHA or whoever, they sold it, the runabout of a close, and then somebody built on it. I did not disorderliness. Why do you want to congest Lagos in such a manner? When you go to Lagos Island, a space that was left between two houses the fence has to be broken down and a structure built there. It's unfair. Now, if there is any outbreak of fire, where will the motor enter? Where will people enter? These are the areas they're supposed to look at first. Because the congestion in that Lagos Island and Ikoyi.
Oh, no. Call us back if you can. Mark is in Ikoyi. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Thank you very much. The space is too small to accommodate the panel and journalists. And it is impossible to find the alternative space for such a sensitive matter. Well done. Sandra, number two, the panel is a very serious one with serious matters to discuss. So no journalist is needed because they are unserious people. I mean the journalists. I tell them, well done again. And then with journalists, there will be distraction because if they are not compromised, and that's the journalists, if they don't compromise them, the secrets unnecessary during the proceedings will definitely be conveyed to the public, thereby exposing the powers that be and what they might have done or what they may not have done. Again, I tell them, well done. Look, this panel has been compromised even before takeoff, and it's a shame, like Uche will say, very be shamed. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark, for calling. We've got messages on WhatsApp. Adegboyega Adedeji says, Sandra Haba, how do you want the governor to make their secrets open? Haba, I sympathize with Governor Sanwo-Olu. He's not a lucky governor at all. His time in office has been from one disaster to another. Adegboyega Adedeji with that message. The truth is that 80%, 90% of the masses don't trust the government, and the facts or reasons are well known and defined. I truthfully do not believe anything concrete will come out of this investigation. It's our way of life. That's how we're programmed to act and believe. There was a terror incident in France, specifically in Paris. I was watching television yesterday and I saw the French government marking a remembrance candlelight for the victims. I pointed this to my son that in those European countries, a loss of life is considered so much, unlike this country that will never care until the end of the world. Babatunde Fasanyo with that message there. Thank you, Babatunde, for your message. Hi, Sandra. Can't they at least stream it live on social media? My goodness, who did this to us? Peter from Faba asking that question. Sandra, you're not supposed to be told that the country we are in and our leaders are wonderful. Prince from Ojo. All right, Prince. President Sandra, you surprise me sometimes. So how can the truth be told in a situation like this? I can't read what he wrote, so I just remixed it small. The collapsed building panel ought to have journalists involved because it's public interests incident. It appears they are complicit and the panel will definitely be compromised. Prince from Aja with that message. Sandra, what do you expect from the government who knows that it is complicit in the building collapse? Of course, the Information Commissioner's excuses are lame. Does the government want to tell the world that they cannot find a more spacious room to accommodate the press for the sitting of the Commission of Inquiry? Second base, Biko. Z Ise with that message. Z is in Jakonde Estate. We've got more people here. Maki Lagos says, good afternoon, my President Sandra. With respect to the collapsed building and stopping the media from accessing accurate information about the collapse, I ask, which God do these cold-hearted people worship? My heart bleeds for the unfortunate and wanton disregard by these people. Let's take a break, Lagos. We'll be right back.
We cover over 120 markets in Lagos and sell all products at the lowest prices. Like us on social media, download our app, check us out on octramarket.com. We shall deliver at your doorstep. Ultra Market, discount, quality, and variety online.
Still we sing at the 2021 All Africa Music Awards, Africa. In partnership with African Union Commission, the biggest music event on the continent of Africa, where the stars go home with 23.9-carat gold-plated Afrima trophy and dazzle with eccentric performances. On Sunday, November 21st, 2021, at the Convention Center, Ikoyi Collapse Suites, Lagos, Nigeria, hosted by the British Congolese TV host Eddie Kadi and South African television host Pearl Tusi.
Live broadcast of Red Carpet starts at 4:30 p.m. Afrima Awards live broadcast to 84 countries starts at 7:30 p.m. Broadcast live on TVC and DSTV channel 198. For tickets, reservations, and invitations, visit www.afrima.org.
Brought to you by GoBet247.com.
Navadina Hair.
Address Homes. Afrima 2021. Still we sing. Afrima. For hope. For celebration.
Media partners, Cool FM, Wazobia FM, and Nigeria Info.
World Diabetes Day is just around the corner again. Diabetes is a major cause of blindness, kidney failure, heart attack, stroke, and lower limb amputation.
In order to stem the sharp rise of this illness in Nigeria, the Olusegun Obasanjo Foundation is carrying out a campaign of awareness, prevention, and management. 10 million Nigerians will be screened for diabetes and commence on diabetes management.
This year, ex-President Olusegun Obasanjo, who has been a healthy diabetes patient for more than 40 years, will lead activities to mark the World Diabetes Day. On November 14th, there will be a football match flag up of free medical screening for diabetes and other chronic diseases for 10 million Nigerians at the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library Complex in Abeokuta, and a dinner to be hosted by His Excellency, former President Olusegun Obasanjo and Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun.
Come and see Baba himself feature in a charity football match between OBJ All-Stars versus Nigerian ex-internationals led by Shego Otegbami, JJ Okocha, and many more at the MKO Abiola Stadium, Abeokuta.
For sponsorship considerations, kindly contact Olusegun Obasanjo Foundation on 0906-814-7970.
Media partners Nigeria Info.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
The head of the APC Governors Forum says parties should not be forced to conduct direct primaries. That's our second story. Atiku Bagudu is the Kebbi governor. He also leads the APC Governors, and he said this on Monday after a meeting with some of his colleagues. In attendance were Dr. Kaide Fayemi of Ekiti, David Umahi of Ebonyi, May Malabuni of Yobe, Yahaya Bello of Kogi, Simon Lalong of Plateau, Boyega Oyetola of Oshun, Abdullahi Ganduje of Kano, and Mohammed Badaru of Jigawa. They met in part to discuss the Electoral Act Amendment Bill. Because you remember we talked about it yesterday on the Big Three, yes? We told you the National Assembly has passed the bill, and one of the provisions is that going forward, all parties must conduct direct primaries only, no more indirect primaries with delegates. But Bagudu and his colleagues do not like this. Bagudu said, quote, there have been concerns that political parties are voluntary organizations. And our concern is that once you limit the abilities of the parties to choose options that they so desire, that may arguably be undemocratic because nothing stops one party from adopting one or the other. Direct primary involves the supervisory role of INEC at multiple levels, at multiple points. So, as you can imagine, that if political parties are doing their primaries through the direct system, INEC resources will be overstretched. And I think the chairman of INEC has even commented on that. So whether the legislation has incorporated the financial implications or not, I don't know yet, end quote. So he's raising two objections to the direct primary mandate. As an Onyoma CY. First, he thinks that it will reduce party democracy. Or maybe he means party autonomy, because by definition, direct primaries are more democratic than indirect primaries, because everybody gets to vote in the party. If you belong to the political party, in direct primary, you get to vote. So I think maybe Bagudu may have used the wrong word and may have meant to say that forcing a party to do direct primaries is robbing the party of autonomy and freedom of choice. His second point is the ability of INEC to oversee all these direct primaries. Now, Bagudu says that he doesn't know one way or the other whether the amendment makes financial provisions for INEC to do that. So here's a hard fact. The Electoral Act itself gives INEC the right to receive funds from the government for all of its electoral responsibilities. So if overseeing direct primaries is a legal INEC role, then INEC has the right to request for funds for it. And the National Assembly and the President must oblige. But let's say that funding is not even an issue on this. If funding were guaranteed, would you support or oppose all parties being required to hold direct primaries only? Me, I'm thinking that this could be a topic for I beg to differ. What do you think? Do you think these kids could handle it? I don't know. I'll think about it. But anyways, back to the APC governors. The Punch is reporting that they're planning to ask Attorney General Malami to advise the president not to sign the amendment. Remember that usually before the president signs bills, he submits them to the AGF for vetting, for legal advice. The presidential signature is pretty much the last chance that anyone who is opposing the bill has to stop it, because we've heard from various National Assembly members that even if the president does that, they will overturn a presidential veto. They would need 2/3 of the Senate to do this, 2/3 of the Senate and 2/3 of the reps to do this. And they seem to think that they have it. But do you think it should come to that? Should the president veto the Electoral Act Amendment Bill because of the direct primary mandate? Do you agree with Governor Bagudu and the APC governors or with the National Assembly? Men, call me on 0700-993-993-993. Women, call me on 01465-7190. 01465-7190. You can also share your thoughts with us via WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. You can still talk about our first story. Our first story takes a look at... Our first story takes a look at the Lagos panel of inquiry into the Ikoyi building collapse. And I want to hear what you think about that as well. Let's talk to David. David is in Ibeja. Hi, David.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon to you.
Yes. This is David from Ibeja.
David, welcome. Go ahead.
I completely disagree with that governor.
Okay.
You see, the new discovery of INEC with that, what do they call the machine?
BVAC?
In Anambra.
BVAC?
BVAC.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, it will be brought to the party to be used. So, it's a very simple thing. All this complaint is given that we have about 30 parties. INEC will draw timetable for those parties. So it will not be at the time they will do all the parties. And the party is on ward level. Even INEC is operating within one ward. INEC may have a lot of polling booths. But on party level, it is what? They need just that one machine for that ward. Then secondly, immediately, now this machine will let us know, like they are saying we have 30 parties. We allow us to know the viable parties. Because when INEC now captures the membership of each party, we will now know the party they are just using to collect money and the only party. Then when the party now wants to hold their congresses, INEC come and the people, instead of the people who now who hold the party, they are the ones just picking both party officials and party candidates. But when this system now comes in this direct something, then it is now the occupation of the people, not some few individuals again. So that's why I'm going totally against it. And so when INEC monitors an election at the world level, and electoral college comes up, and from there they will be choosing delegates that will be electing subsequent candidates at the local government level, at the state level, and at the national level.
Okay. All right. Thank you, David, for calling. Let's hear what Agoma thinks. Agoma is in Bagada. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Thank you for taking my call. Let me ask you, you know why the governors are asking for that? So many of them are trying to come to Senate immediately after their tenure.
Right.
So except through the manipulation of these indirect primaries, they won't be able to make it. So that is why they are going for that. And then on the other hand, you know why the legislatures or the senators are against it? Because if they don't do that, their positions will be taken away from the proceeding governors. So that is when the two elephants are fighting. But unfortunately, this thing has been brought to Malami, who is not aligning with the people from all he has been doing. So there is fear. Coming to the Ikoyi investigation panel, now I don't know what they intend to tell us, or what they are cooking to tell us eventually. Otherwise, I don't see why they have been telling us, even at the site of what has been going on, and they say we should not carry fake news. But now they are not bringing up the truth. I don't know why our own information will be devoid of being fake, since the truth is not coming forth. And from all indication now, what they have said, Sandra, you are distracting 1 million Lagosians through this year activities. Not that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Agoma. Ayeni Baba is on the line. Good to have you on the show, sir.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you for thank the other lady for picking my call.
Okay.
Hello, are you with me?
I'm with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, the inquiry. I want to make comment about the inquiry.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Set up. You know why?
Why?
The house, that building, that tower belongs. It belongs to either state government or federal government personality. They are just using Femi Oshibana to act as a cover up. That is why they wanted to cover this thing up. They don't want we Nigerians to know what is happening. They must allow journalists to be there.
Okay.
Hello?
Okay.
They have to allow journalists to be there. Let them go and rent another bigger hall.
Okay.
Hello?
Okay.
Let them go and rent another bigger hall.
Okay.
So that it will contain everybody. They are using Femi Oshibano to cover up. This thing belongs to state government. Let them investigate this thing thoroughly.
Do you have proof that it belongs to state government?
I don't have proof.
Okay.
I don't have proof. I'm just saying it for my own opinion.
All right. Thank you, Ayani, for calling. If you don't have proof, then don't say it. Because if you say it and you don't have proof, you open yourself up to, libel, slander, all kinds of lawsuits. Kayode Ikoyi is on the line. Hi, Kayode.
Hello, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Like someone said, you don't want us to carry fake news, but then you stop us from accessing the real news. So what happens? You can't stifle the truth and expect that people don't say their opinion. It doesn't. You can't eat your cake and they still have it. That's that. Then the second one, can you help us ask Governor Bagudu that if it's not compulsory that political parties should do direct primaries, and they opt to now do the direct primary, even though it's not compulsory. Will INEC not be required to supervise it since they've chosen it? Why do we like to bend democracy as if why can't we just do right so that by the time you're supposed to be accountable for actions, the people will be able to reward you with for good governance? Why are you trying to make it everything has to pass through your table? And governments want to keep allocating positions the way they've been allocating it, and it has not paid anybody. And because of that, they will rather manipulate the law to their favor and allow democracy to thrive in this country. It is well.
All right. Thank you very much for calling, Coyote. Now, let's bring you our final story, even though we have an anonymous caller. All right. Let me take this anonymous call, and then we'll bring you our final story. Hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Thank you for calling. Good afternoon.
I decided to remain anonymous because I have some things about the collapse building that I want to say on air.
Okay.
Based on the fact that I have an in-house person at the Lagos State Video Control Agency.
Okay.
You see, my brother works at that agency.
Okay.
He said that man Femi Oshiba, or what's his name, the developer himself, is connected to those in government. That whenever their agency tries to go there and lock up the construction site, he has harassed them with policemen several times. I believe he won't be able to harass them with police if he doesn't have the support of the government, who allocated the policeman to him at the first place. He's a VIP.
Now,
he harass people with policemen.
Is your brother willing to talk to me off air about this story?
He can.
He can?
Yes.
He can?
Yes.
Okay, stay on the line so that we can get your number, okay?
Okay.
Stay on the line. Let's get your number and follow the thread of this story. Oladipo, you're going to have to give us a call back. But police in Lagos raided a merchant navy training camp. That's our third story. The merchant navy says that they are a legitimate security agency commissioned to monitor the coastline and help bring criminals to justice. Over the years, they've claimed to have provided intelligence and other assistance to the armed forces as well as to the police. But the Lagos Police Commissioner Hakeem Odumoshu says the Merchant Navy is an illegal organization outlawed by the federal government. The police say that any actions that the Merchant Navy is taking in the security space is highly illegal. And that's why they raided this training camp. Now, let me explain something. The Merchant Navy has been operating for over 15 years without any direct sanction from government, allegedly. They've been conducting recruitment exercises. They have a website. They have various command posts. In fact, let me read you what their then leader had to say 4 years ago. He went by the title Commodore Ichukwu Agaba at the time, but now he has promoted himself to Rear Admiral. The Rear Admiral said, quote, "We have deployed our officers in thousands to Abuja Ship Base, known as Source of Information Ship Base Command, Benue State Command, known as Signal Ship Base Command, Lagos State, known as Search and Rescue Federal Operational Ship Base Command, Abia State Operational Ship Base Command, Edo State Operational Ship Base Command, Kaduna State Administrative Ship Base Command, Delta State Tactical Boats Operational Command, Bayelsa State Operational Command, Cross River State Protection of Military Load Ship Base Command, River State Operational Command Sea Training Depot Ship Base Command, Imo, Ogun, Lagos State, and other states in the country." End quote. So this organization has been running all these ship-based commands and tactical boat operation command centers for 15 years, all while the government has insisted that they are an illegal body. During the raid, the police say that they found camouflage uniforms, badges of ranks, a flag, a signboard, and ID cards, recruitment letters, promotion letters, a portrait of the commanding officer, 2 motorcycles, 1 plasma TV, 3 cutlasses, and criminal charms. Most of the people they arrested were new recruits receiving orientation and training. One of them said it was her father who advised her to join. She said, quote, "I don't know how much was paid. I'm not even sure he paid, and I have been with them for 7 months. We're still expecting the federal government to pay our salary. Everything about this stuff is online. We're expecting the government to answer our prayers for our rifles and patrol vans." End quote. Yes! The Merchant Navy are telling their recruits that they are entitled to a salary from government and they are entitled to guns and patrol vans. And her commanding officer at the training camp agrees. His name is Sunday Dakare. I'm not sure of his rank. And he said, quote, "We have been there for over 10 years. We've been recruiting ourselves and waiting for the federal government. Just like civil defense, we have been waiting for the federal government. We have done first and second reading, and the third reading is on. And so we're waiting. That was why we gathered ourselves there," end quote. So Dakara is under the impression that there is some bill being debated to legalize them. Now, as you know, bills from previous sessions don't carry over. And in the current 9th Assembly, there's no Merchant Navy bill. So basically, there's an entire paramilitary organization working around the country, recruiting people through a website, claiming to be the Merchant Navy, claiming to be working with the security agencies. Meanwhile, the security agencies are saying that the group is illegal. And then the group is calling on government to pay their salaries and give them guns and patrol cars. Oh, by the way, there's also a court case at the Federal High Court where the group is fighting to be recognized. But in the meantime, young people are entering bush to do recruitment and training. And there's a rear admiral and commodores and commanders and lieutenant commanders and training camps and ship bases. I don't even know where to begin with this story. I beg, make una come help me talk am. 01465 7190 0700 993 993 993 01465 7190 0700 993 993 993. Let's talk to Oladipo in Orile. Hi, Oladipo.
Good evening, my president.
Good evening, Oladipo. Welcome. Hello, Oladipo.
You see, let me quickly come up. You see, these politicians, they think they are smart. Anything that will affect them, they will quickly begin to fight it like a wounded lion.
Oh, no. Oladipo, call us back if you can, okay? 99.3, hello. Sorry about that. Call us back if you can. 99.3, hello.
Hello?
Hello, how are you, sir?
Hello?
Turn your radio off. What's your name, sir?
Sandra, this is Maurice. I'm calling from Mayobo. How are you?
I'm very well, Maurice. Welcome.
Presido. See, Sandra, you are trying. I've been listening since 2-3 hours on your station, and I discovered that you are touching sensitive issues in this country. But the fact still remains that where is the truth going to come out from? Like the one you are talking about now. I read it on the net last night, and I was a little bit tuned. You know, so if this can go side by side with the Air Force, with the Navy, with the Army, and the rest of them, so what are we? You know, what are we? We a lot of things are being pushed aside and being put under the carpet, and you know, where are we going? Even the collapse building you are talking about, the setting a panel. This is not the first time now. So the truth is being far away from this country as far as we are concerned for now. Truth is very, very far away. That is the summary of the whole thing. Truth is far.
Truth is far, he says. Thank you very much for calling. Sarah, we've got about... Oh, Sarah is not there anymore. So that's my cue to go to WhatsApp because we've got about 1 minute before we have to take commercial breaks. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. 080-959-75805. President Sandra, Nigeria has a long way to go. How on earth would we have an illegal merchant navy camp for decades without government's awareness in the country, with defense ministers? Are those who are calling Nigeria all kinds of names wrong? Air Marshal without national approval? No matter how we look at it, merchant navy have been operating for so long in the country, should have a trace. There are top Nigerian elites that have questions to answer on the issue. Prince Fumaja with that message. Sandra, tell the panel that if they don't allow journalists to cover the panel of inquiry, when they are done, they should please keep the results to themselves or spread the information through their various social media, since press is no longer important in Nigeria. That's a message from Clifford Osezua in Bariga. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and keep talking. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili on social media. League of Extraordinary Nigerians will take the air at 4 o'clock, but the debate will start at 5 p.m. So be here when it starts. But we'll take this break, come back, and keep taking your messages off of social media.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. I've been talking to you since 3 o'clock. I'll keep talking to you until 6 p.m. Sandra, you can't even begin to imagine how fast and hard my heart is beating on this merchant navy story. How are we safe in this country? Peter from Faba. I see the story and I was like, who is really in charge? Who is really in charge, man? Robert says, Sandra, how do we differentiate them from the real Navy officers? That's a good question. Good afternoon, my sister. This one says, my girlfriend is a merchant Navy. She's training there. Last 3 months, she told me that a white man gave some police officers 5 million to throw them away because the land they are using belongs to an Oyibo man. Could you imagine? So the police, so they chased the police away that day and they're coming back again. I'm not sure I understand what I just read, but okay. APC governors trying to lobby the president not to consent to electronic transmission of results shows that they're looking for a way to rig. Well, they're not asking the president to not consent to electronic transmission. They're asking that the parties be allowed to decide for themselves whether it will be direct primaries or indirect primaries. Please let the president and all the APC governors who want to cause obstruction to the signing of the electoral bill know that it will be a monumental failure, in addition to the heap of their failures if that bill is not signed. Their selfish desires will only add more woes to our democratic process that has suffered stunted growth since they came to power. All right. Thank you very much for your message. Whether direct or indirect primary, INEC must witness it. Why not direct primary? It doesn't change the cost of monitoring by INEC. APC governors have not told us their apprehension. Direct primary is good to go, and I'm sure the president will sign the amended bill. Julius from Ojo with that message there. President Sandra, I am not surprised that the deputy governor suddenly got swallowed in the message he made. Who gave him the information that 21 stories was approved there? It's an insult on the press and Nigeria Nigerians to say that their presence will congest and disrupt the proceedings of the panel. The panel is already compromised. Civil society should organize independent inquiry. That's Bath with that message. All right, Bath, thank you very much for your message. Say Nigeria is a big country. Everything is upside down. That's a message with no name, but thanks for sending it. There's no way anyone in the security agencies can claim no knowledge of this merchant navy. How can they act surprised when it's been on for many years? Ima from Lagos. No, they know, and they keep saying it's illegal, but the merchant navy has just continued to exist. I don't know how to make sense of that. Sandra, to me, this merchant navy as an organization has been operating in Nigeria for decades, and it's legal to the best of my knowledge. I'm surprised hearing it is illegal. That's what the police says. In fact, they were outlawed. I think it was in 2004, 2009. I'm not very sure now. But, we're going to look at this story again. I think Wemimo also wants to take a look at it next week on the Morning Crossfire. So be on the lookout for when she actually takes a look at this story for you next week on the Morning Crossfire. But more fun stuff coming up. League of Extraordinary Nigerians, chief of them. After that, let's debate for 1 million naira right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Happy birthday, Vaughn. It's Vaughn's birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
You're making me blush. Stop it.
Don't stop it.